And for you, I'm going to give you three choices. There are no other choices, just these three choices. One, I'll give you a conviction, place you on probation. Your underlying sentence will be 5 years because the state was asking for a cap of 5 years. What does that mean? That means you're going to have a felony conviction. That means if for some reason you are revoked, the most I can sentence you to will be 5 years.
He came into court asking for deferred adjudication. At first, that sounds like the safer option. No final conviction if everything goes right. But Judge Boyd made sure he understood the other side of that choice. She laid out three options: a felony conviction with probation, deferred adjudication with much higher exposure if he failed, or prison that same day. And suddenly, this was not just a sentencing hearing. It was a decision about which risk he was willing to live with.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 0068882, State versus Matthew Stephen Martinez. Can I have the parties approach and announce for the record?
I think Gallagher State.
Tomorrow, representing Mr. Matthew Martinez, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, you're here.
This side?
Yes. All right, we're here for sentencing today. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a chance.
Sorry.
Any objections, defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, according to your plea bargain agreement, the state proceeded on account 2. Your punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 years. The state is opposed to your application for community supervision and deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant. State, do you have any witnesses?
No, Judge, just argument.
Defense, any witnesses?
It was just my client, Your Honor.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Matthew Stephen Martinez.
All right, you may proceed.
Mr. Martinez, can you explain briefly what happened in this case, the day of the accident?
I was on my way home and a car crossed over multiple lanes to get on the highway, and I didn't see him.
Just before I question, can I just explain to the court what happened?
Oh, I've read the police report.
Okay,
So I've read the PSI report, but I'm here to listen whatever evidence you want to present to me. But I do need your client to speak up so I can hear him.
so did you work that specific date for the
Yeah.
accident? What time did you get out?
I got off at 10 o'clock.
And then after that, where'd you go?
I had went to it for a drink.
Yeah, but did you go from 10 to the bar at 10 o'clock, or you went somewhere else?
No, I went home first.
And then what happened?
From there, I went out by myself.
And how many more or less beers did you think you had in that day?
About 2, I left early because I had work the next day.
Okay, and on your way home, you had an accident?
Yes, a car had pulled out in front of me, crossing over multiple lanes to get onto the highway. As I was getting onto the highway.
And how far from the bar do you live?
About 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay, and what, is that the same route you take home all the time?
Yes, I know.
Okay. And when you're entering the expressway, the vehicle you hit, where was the vehicle at?
It was in front of me at a slow speed that I didn't have time to react.
Was he in the inner lane, outer lane, or far left lane, or?
It was on the
Right
on
lane?
ramp. On the on ramp.
And then he cut across it into your path?
I'm gonna affect a meeting.
All right, that'll be sustained.
Do you know what happened after that when you're in front, entering the expressway?
No, I slammed on my brakes and tried to stop.
Okay, you had an accident with this person. Okay, and was it intentional?
No, never intentional.
Did you have a chance to break in time?
No, I was coming over here.
Okay, now let me ask you about your background. You were arrested in I think it's 2016 for, what were you arrested for in 2016?
I think a small marijuana charge.
And you were juvenile?
Yes, I was young.
And what happened to that case?
I went to juvie and was released the next day.
Were you ever prosecuted?
No,
I was dismissed?
guessing so. I've never.
Didn't know the results, never got called. Okay, and have you had any, other than this, have you ever had anything on your record?
No, this is the first.
Have you had any misdemeanors? The
No,
DWI got dismissed?
yes, it's DWI from the head.
Yeah, okay. And you're asking the court for deferred adjudication?
Yes.
Okay, since this incident, how many times have you had any drinks?
And since the incident, I've been sober going on a year and a half.
Never had any alcohol at all?
No, all I do is work now.
Okay, and you're working for?
I work at Toyota. I'm a team lead.
How long have you been with Toyota?
Going on 3 years now, but
And you're asking this court for deferred adjudication in this case?
yes,
Do you think you can follow all the conditions set by the court?
yes,
And you're willing to do them too?
yes.
I don't know, pass a witness here.
All right,
Okay,
state.
So it's your testimony that on the date of the offense on June 2nd of 2024, you were traveling on 1604 heading from like the Alamo Ranch area towards Six Flags. Is that correct?
Alamo Ranch going south.
Going south?
Yes.
Okay. And so there's Bear County Sheriff's deputy that is in a marked patrol vehicle, correct? Or a motorcycle, correct?
It was a car, a Jeep.
It was like a patrol vehicle.
Yeah, it was a patrol vehicle.
Okay, and so this person, this deputy is at a stop sign, correct? And you're traveling towards the on-ramp to get onto the highway, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you should be aware that the police department obtained the airbag control module, which contains like the speed that you were traveling, whether you applied the brake, and all of that information. Are you aware of that? Okay, because that was contained in the stipulated to evidence, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so when we look at that, you stated to your attorney that you slammed on your brake, is that correct?
Yes, at least from what I remember.
Okay, but when we look at the airbag control module data, that says that you never applied your brakes. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I mean, it just happened so fast that I had no really time to react.
Okay, and let's talk about why it happened so fast and we didn't have time to react. That's because 5 seconds before the point of impact, you were traveling 74 miles per hour on the access road, correct?
Yes, to get onto the highway.
Okay, and the speed limit in that area is around 45 miles per hour, correct?
Yes, but I was getting on the highway.
Okay, and so you're traveling 74 miles per hour. And you had 2 alcoholic beverages, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and your blood alcohol concentration came back at 0.15, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that's about doubling the legal limit. You understand that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and regarding your possession of marijuana case that was dismissed, did you receive any treatment for the substance abuse that you were engaging in back at that time?
No, I was very young.
Okay. And you're aware that when the officers made contact with you after you crashed into Deputy Suarez, they noted that you had a strong scent of alcohol coming from your mouth. Are you aware of that? And that you were slurring your speech, are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay, and you admitted that you had been at the bar. What bar were you at?
I was at a bar called Deals.
Okay, that's in the UTSA area, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So you traveled from TSA area all the way down to Alamo Ranch under the influence of alcohol before you crashed into this deputy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then regarding your interactions, you stated that you consumed 2 to 3 Heineken beers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. But you would agree with me that your blood alcohol concentration being at a 0.15 or higher, that is consistent with consuming more alcoholic beverages than just 2 or 3, correct?
Not sure.
You passed away.
I don't know the questions, Your Honor.
All right, I have one question. Any objections to the court asking
No,
the
yeah.
question? All right, if you're drug tested today for any type of controlled substances or alcohol, what will the results be? And know that I will have you drug tested today.
Negative. I've been sober for the past year. I've been negative on all my pretrial drug tests. I report monthly, and I take really every month.
All right, and do you have a sponsor?
I'm not sure.
Well, usually when you're doing sober support meetings, do you do sober support meetings, AA meetings?
I'm pretrial right now. I'm on a scram bracelet.
Mhm.
So I've been on the scram bracelet for a year. So I've been sober for the past year and a couple months.
Okay. So why do you want to be on probation? Tell me about yourself. I'm trying to make a decision because the state is opposed to your application. I understand that people, nobody ever goes somewhere to drink, to get intoxicated and say, I'm going to hit someone. Usually what ends up happening is people start drinking, they don't stop drinking, they get in a vehicle, and then they end up having an accident. You know, it was by grace that this person is not dead, because sometimes that happens when you hit someone. So I'm trying to figure out, who you are, because in the PSI report, it says that you've minimized guilt. And sometimes I know minimization of guilt, when they put it in a report, it's sometimes it's subjective. So I'm just trying to figure out who you are and whether or not you should be granted probation. Okay. All right.
Well, since the incidents, I've been sober, and I'm a team lead at Toyota, and since I've been sober, I've had multiple promotions. So I really do enjoy, being sober and being on the right track, doing the right things. And a lot of people, loved ones around me, encourage that I stay on that track. And I've seen a lot, a lot of growth in the past year that I've been sober, and I've gone through all my pre-trial interviews and did pass my UAs. I do not do any drugs or drink alcohol anymore. And I just really would love to keep my job and keep on the right track.
And do you have children?
No.
So do you live alone or live with someone?
I live with my mother.
Any other questions?
Not for this Steve.
No questions, Your Honor, but this is his first incident, but we're asking the court for deferred, Your Honor. I think that if he's placed in deferred, you are not hearing any type of violation, and he's willing to follow all the conditions the court is setting on him, so we're asking for deferred, Your Honor.
State?
Based on the facts that were stipulated to and the testimony today, I mean, this defendant was consuming alcoholic beverages. He traveled from the UTSA area to Alamo Ranch with 0.15 BAC. He was speeding on top of being intoxicated, and then crashes into this Deferred County Sheriff's deputy and sent him to the hospital. Now his injuries were not, they didn't rise to the level of SPI, but he still did have to go to the hospital that night. For those reasons, we're asking that he denies that.
All right. I'm sorry. Let me ask you, and state you may be excused. Oh, before you excused, I didn't see anything about any type of restitution.
That's referred to that, and so probation, we can't receive any documentation of any restitution, so we're not requesting that. at this
All right, thank you. Excuse. All right, so here's the thing. I need you to be honest with me. So before this incident happened, this crime happened, how often had you been drinking?
I would a couple of days out throughout the week, just after work. That's usually when, because I work from 2 to 10. So I get out pretty late. Just would play moderately.
I'm sorry, what?
Just moderately.
Okay, so this is not moderate drinking.
Yes.
So what type of alcohol were you drinking?
I would drink a lot of beer. And,
Sorry, what?
liquor.
All right, I'm sorry. Could everyone please whisper? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
A couple of beers after work and on gatherings.
All right, this is what I can tell you. Sometimes people feel as though there should be different offers depending on who the complainant is. Personally, what I do is I just look at all of the facts, the police reports, everything, and make a decision upon what's being presented to me. So this is what I'm going to do in your case. I'm going to give you a choice, right?
Okay.
And for you, I'm going to give you three choices. There are no other choices, just these three choices. One, I'll give you a conviction, place you on probation. Your underlying sentence will be 5 years because the state was asking for a cap of 5 years. What does that mean? That means you're going to have a felony conviction. That means if for some reason you are revoked, the most I can sentence you to will be 5 years. Your second option, I can give you deferred adjudication. For the deferred adjudication, I'll place you on probation for 6 years. What that means is this: if for some reason your probation were revoked, I could possibly sentence you up to 20 years in prison. Or I'll send you to prison today and I'll send you to prison for 2 years. Which do you prefer? Do you need to speak to your attorney?
I do the first.
All right, so you understand that with the deferred adjudication, if for some reason a motion to revoke were found, and if all things were presumed to be true or found true, then potentially you could go to prison for 20 years. You understand? All right. And then with a felony conviction, I would sentence you to an underlying of 5 years, which means if for some reason you were revoked, the most I could sentence you to 5 years. You understand? So knowing all of that, you're asking for the deferred adjudication? All right. This is what the court will do. Just one moment. Probation, are you ready? All right, so they only proceeded on count 2. The court is going to sentence him to 6 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, 60 sober meetings in 60 days. There's to be a $2,000 fine. That will be probated. There's to be no restitution. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Are you driving?
Not at the moment.
All right, there's to be no driving unless the vehicle is equipped with ignition interlock. There's to be a continued scram. And with the continued scram, he's provide a letter stating no driving. Well, an affidavit of no driving. And no access to any other vehicles. And there's to be supportive outpatient treatment with probation, 100 hours of community service restitution, DWI education course, victim impact panel live, 2-year license suspension, all right, they're supposed to be 10. They proceeded on the, not necessarily, let me see. I'm sorry, Ms. Abrams, not the 2-year license suspension because they didn't proceed on a DWI, but he does need DWI courses because of the accident. But they proceeded on an injury because his vehicle hit the vehicle of someone else. Probation, is there anything else?
For Matthew Martinez,
Yes, it's Matthew Stephen Martinez.
and the CY has assault officer Dutch.
Yes, with a vehicle, and it's because of hitting the other vehicle. And the reason, I'm sorry,
Nothing else.
thank you. And the reason why I'm giving you DWI classes is because even though the state didn't proceed on DWI, there are some issues of that in here. And Ms. Abrams, once he completes for completing the DWI education course, there'll be a minus 50 hours of community service restitution. And once he completes the VIP live, the remaining community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. To be successful in this case, communication is key. If there's an issue, let probation know about it. If you feel as though you're going to pick up a drink or you're tempted to drink, call probation and let them know. They're just going to tell you, get in touch with your sponsor, or what can we do to help you? Whatever you do, do not disappear. You understand? All right, good luck to you. Court is calling 2024 CR 010923, State versus Raymond Garza. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Virginia for the state of Texas.
Defense?
James Seeloff for the defense.
And are you Mr. Garza?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have.
Court will find the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications?
No, Your Honor, it's an agreement for jail.
All right.
Penitentiary.
Did you review, sir, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We waive.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, we are, Your Honor. No objection.
Mr. Garza, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you understand you're charged with violation, bond, or protective order 2 or more times within a
ma'am.
12-month period? Is a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
No.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, he has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe he is.
Mr. Garza, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. The state will take in consideration AL 216604, and there's to be no contact with Lupita Bazan, B-A-Z-A-N. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
That's our plea.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at, oh, I'm so sorry. Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty,
Guilty.
not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence?
Paid off for State's Exhibit 1 with all attachments, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
And state, have you had contact with the complainant?
We have no.
All right, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. We waive PSI.
All right, the court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money is to run concurrent. Taking consideration AL 216646, there's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Lupita Bazan. And there is to be no, and that includes no contact with her work, with her house, with relatives, or anyone else. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, You're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Sure.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. How old are you?
3.
All right, you're not a teenager. Romeo and Juliet did not end well for anyone. Let it go. She doesn't want you. Don't call her. Don't text her. Don't go by her house. Don't say I've changed. It's over. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you say, yeah, but you're here going to prison because you won't stop texting people. That's what you're going to prison for, not following rules and texting people. You understand?
Sure.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
These two hearings show how Judge Boyd turns sentencing into a lesson in consequences. In the first case, Matthew Martinez asked for deferred adjudication, but Judge Boyd did not let that request sound simple. She forced him to understand the full risk. Probation may protect him now, but failure later could expose him to far more time. In the second case, Raymond Garza received a prison sentence after repeated contact violations. Judge Boyd's warning was direct. The relationship was over, and continued contact was not romance. It was defiance. Different facts, same courtroom rule. Judge Boyd does not just ask what someone wants. She asks whether they understand what their choices actually mean. That is the difference between mercy and accountability. Subscribe to Court Beacon TV for more real courtroom breakdowns.